Hello, and welcome to my electronics teardown rebuild channel. My name is Dave, and I'm an electronics hobbyist with a strong interest in bringing old equipment back to life. The first piece of equipment I'll be working on is an early 1960s oscilloscope made by Lavoie Industries. It's a model number LA-265A. This oscilloscope has had a very interesting history, including being stored in my family's barn attic for the past 35 plus years. Although it's been wrapped in plastic, weather has gotten to it, and so have the mice. In fact, the mice have turned it into their own private bathroom. My goal for this YouTube channel is to work on a single piece of equipment and spread it out over multiple sessions. Each video session will concentrate on an individual section of the oscilloscope. I'll try to break it down into block sections as diagrammed in the technical service manual I have. Along the way, I'll be removing every component from the oscilloscope. Every resistor, capacitor, vacuum tube, every vacuum tube socket. Clean it, test it, and if necessary, replace it. Each part will be stored in its own individual Ziploc bag. I've purchased quite a few individual bags, thousands of them in fact, and each bag will contain a label detailing its description, its part number, its location within the oscilloscope, and whether it tested good or bad or needs more work. After each part has been cleaned, tested, and cataloged, they'll be stored on a dowel rack system. Each part will be slid over the rack in the order it was removed from the oscilloscope, so I'll know which order it came off, which then allows me to put it back together in reverse order. But before I start taking parts off the oscilloscope, I'll have to build that dowel storage rack system, which I'll document on another YouTube video. Now I'll reposition the camera to give you a good look at the oscilloscope in its current condition. Here's the oscilloscope we'll be working on in this video series. This again is the Lavoie LA-265 oscilloscope, made in the early 1960s. It may be difficult to see from this shot, but it is pretty dirty. This opening here is for a vertical plug-in amplifier. I don't have an original Lavoie plug-in amplifier, but I do have a Tektronix 1A1 that'll fit in there that's compatible. The front of the oscilloscope is complete. There's a little bit of damage down here. This knob has been pushed in and has a slight crack on it over on this side. I have it on a Lazy Susan for ease of access. The back of it has a very large air filter. The fan is free running still, so that shouldn't be a problem. I'll go ahead and take the covers off next, and we'll have a look inside. With the covers off the oscilloscope, you can get a good idea as to how dirty this really is. We'll take a look at the right side. I'm not going to go over each subsection today. Just want to give you an idea as to how it looks inside. This panel opens up. There's an awful lot of vacuum tubes in this oscilloscope. In time they'll all come out, be cleaned, and tested. Here's the left side. You can see the CRT. A lot of the larger capacitors are paper covered, and there are mouse gnaw marks on them. They'll all have to be tested and verified to make sure they're safe to use again. I took the camera off the tripod to give you an idea as to how it looks on top. I do apologize if the video is a little bit shaky. This is where a lot of the mouse damage has occurred. Down inside here, it's very, very dirty. There's wires with insulation. It's been chewed off. All of these parts have to be removed, cleaned, tested, and indexed. This back here is the high voltage section. and a closer look at the CRT. Here's a look at how dirty the control knobs are. And here's a look inside the option slot for the plug-in unit. I have my work cut out for me. As you could see in those shots, this oscilloscope needs a lot of help. But sometimes the value of something isn't in its monetary value, it's in the value of the journey. And I hope this will be a very interesting journey for me and for you. So please watch for the next video in this series, where I'll be building a wooden storage rack system for all these bags of parts. If this video series interests you, please feel free to subscribe. And also give it a thumbs up if you really like the videos. Thank you very much. See you soon.